took what they gave me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody brand new whip, got no keys. Tell my clothes, no stash, please. Soon as I nut, you can go. Leave, got M's in the bank like it's indeed. Cardiac glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got on wet and Weston, what he gon' do? Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. Same price I can make them youngins come and finish you. Though you being charged, he'll treat you like a voodoo. Real dope boy, 100,000 in the visa. President's attention, I probably wanna see you. I been getting money, I ain't worried about what he do. I'm getting money like I'm from the 80s. And then Drake out the drop, man, this shit gon' go crazy. They know I'm the truth, I'm in scrape.
Woo! Yes, indeed. What I do, my people? You know, I had to slide on in here one more again, see what really popping. Coming at you with a little message. Look, man, I want to talk about receiving resentment and pain. Pain, man. Now, look, people. You know, holding on to resentment is not just a problem for you. You know, it's a problem for everybody that's around you. And what I mean by that, you know what I'm saying, it's a problem when it comes to, you know, like your kids, you know, your grandkids. If you got a problem with that one person, or, you know, even if it's a family member, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna interact with that person, you know, anymore. So it's gonna kind of mess with that bond. Like I said, when you hold on to a situation like that, it just, you know what I'm saying, it goes over to the people that's around you. You know, like if you turn around here and you say, and you have I'm gonna put it out there. If you just have a parent, you know, who turned around and was in the military. So now they're in the military, they got stationed out there for, you know what I'm saying, 10, 20 years. Now they provided for you. Now they done turn around here and make sure you got a place, you know, to hold your head. You know, now they got to make sure you're good away to eat. But they come back and you holding that against them. So again, like I said, that goes, but you holding it against them. So your family ain't even going to mess with them because you already holding that against them. So that means your kids ain't even going to, you know what I'm saying, mess with them or get the chance to even know that person. So now, like I said, if you want to hold on to it, you know, you can hold on to it. Be my guest. You know, I'm just here to put it out there. You know, here to help you move forward. You know what I'm saying, so you can release this. You know, this pain. But you know, again, this is for the person who actually has the pain. They have to release it. Now, the one who gave you the pain, they have to be able to receive that pain. You know what I'm saying? Receive it and be able to move forward. Now, when I say move forward, now, you know, we ain't talking about just turn around here and say, yeah, you know, we good, you know, moving on. But again, you have to go on without bringing it up as a memory. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep holding it over somebody's head. You know, you can't keep talking about the situation, you know, keep throwing subliminals. You know, you can't turn around here and keep throwing jabs. You know, it's like, it's just like, let's say you ain't talked to somebody just stopped calling you, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, ghost you. It ain't the fact, maybe it's not the fact that person didn't like you or didn't care about you. Maybe that person knew that you wasn't able to receive what they actually was offering at that point in time. And you wasn't gonna be able to bring, you know, you wasn't gonna be able to give it back. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta think of it like that, man. It's not always a factor that person don't want to be with you or that person didn't want to deal with you. It may be the fact that, you know, maybe you was moving, you know what I'm saying, and you're moving for a job, and so now you got a new job, you know, you got a new place. So you're busy. You're not going to turn around here and be able to receive what that person is trying to give you. So if you're not able to receive it, then why would that person turn around here and keep trying to give it to you when he know you're not ready to receive it? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got to think about the circumstance, the situation. You know, like I said again, you know, if you have a you know a parent that wasn't there. I had one that wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? But again, you know, when I met him, I decided to turn around here and push all it to the side. And then I didn't talk about that no more. I didn't bring up, you know what I'm saying, how I felt. You know, even though I felt some type of way, I didn't bring that up. You know what I'm saying? I just turned around here and said, we're going to keep moving forward from this point on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to think now, you know, back in the day, you know, GPS ain't like it is now. You know, that'd be the thing too. Maybe some people think that everything that's now in this world has been here forever. They forget, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15 years, you ain't had all that. You know what I'm saying? You had MapQuest, you know, you had to print that out, you know what I'm saying? You had to go through the turns and all that, and I ain't lying, sometimes you get lost, you know, so that's just the luck of the draw. You know what I'm saying? But you know, now, you know, they can turn around here and jump on the phone, doop, doop, doop. You know what I'm saying? Be at your house in a couple hours, you know, it just, you know, and they can look you, all they need is your name, you know, your name and what city you in, and they gonna pop up with a whole bunch of folks, you know, so again, they'll roll up on you, so it ain't like it used to be, man, so you gotta quit turning around here and thinking like, you know, the circumstances are the same as before, but, you know, you couldn't find that person back in the day. If that person went over there, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't find that person no more, you know what I'm saying, unless that person wanted to be found. You know, but like I said, you know, this is more for matters of the heart. You know, when it comes to matters of the heart, you know, we have to learn to meet people where they're at. You know, you can't turn around here and see somebody going through something and then turn around here and be like, well, you know, let me throw this on you too. They're not going to receive it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to receive it well. So you're going to get some pushback. You're going to turn around here and make that person feel like you're trying to come at them, like you're doing some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you just have to leave that conversation alone and come back to it later on. You know what I'm saying? It's not every time that you feel like there's something you need to get off your chest, it's time to get it off your chest. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a homeless person. You're gonna turn around here and go out there and catch a homeless person and holler him down about some rent money when that he ain't paid you 5 years ago, but he homeless. That ain't the right time to say all that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the right time to even go about that. You know, sometimes you just gotta sit back, you know what I'm saying, and let that go. Let that man get on his feet. Or maybe you should have called him before you turn around and actually, you know what I'm saying, got to where he was at in life. You know, just like you gotta think like let's say your brother turned around here and stole your shoes. You know, yeah, he stole your shoes. You know what I'm saying? But let's say he ain't got no feet now. You know, foot done got amputated. He ain't wearing about no damn shoes. You know, but you're gonna turn around and feel like it's the right time to bring it up and turn around here and be like, hey man, where my money at about no shoes? That man gonna be like, man, I don't want to hear none of that. Like I said, it ain't gonna be received, man. So again, you gotta meet people where they at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta turn around here and, you know what I'm saying, and think about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't just about you. You know what I'm saying? Everything just don't turn around here and run on when you want it done, how you want it done. You know what I'm saying? How you want to deal with it. It doesn't work like that. You know, so like I said, man, I'm just trying to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Help you out, turn around here and think a little different, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Spirit moves me. All right, y'all know I fuck with y'all, so fuck with me. Ooh, yeah. Hold it down.